Welcome to the tutorial on how to customize CS skins in minutes. First, you're going to want to head over to cscustomizer.com and download this plugin. You're also going to need to download Blender if you don't already have it, but it is completely free, so do not worry about that. Once you have Blender and the plugin downloaded, open up the plugin folder and you'll see the cstemplate.blend file. Open this, and then you're going to want to scroll over to the top of the menu and there will be a scripting bar where you'll click. You should have a script in there and you'll hit play. After you do this, you can go back to the layout. After you run the script, you can click enter or the side arrow to pop out this menu with 5 separate panels. You should have the weapons panel, the frame, accessories, edit materials, and paint panels. If you go to the weapons panel, you should have this select weapon option where you can scroll through some of those popular Counter-Strike weapons and spawn them. Once you decide on what item you want to edit, you can go ahead and spawn it into the scene and then go to these frame and accessory panels. Here is where you're going to select the individual elements that you would want to be editing. So for the frame, you have the body, the barrel, etc., the op. And we're just going to select it all for this case. Same with accessories, you have the scope, magazine, and everything else. After making selections, we're going to show you how to edit the materials. So to do this, you want to make sure you first have this viewport shading option selected in the top right corner so you can actually see the changes you're making. Then we're going to show you how to change color. So you hit change color and pick whatever you'd like. You can adjust the roughness or metallic elements to change the appearance of the color. And then we're just going to do a blue for now. And then this is what it's going to look like if you just change the color. Next, we're going to do the random color feature. So for this, we're just going to select everything and then we'll do the random color. This is a good way to find different color themes, or if you're stuck and don't know where to go, you could explore new trends. So we're going to select everything, hit random color, and then see how it's just changing everything. You get some really interesting color combinations this way. Now that we know how to change the colors, we're going to go ahead and go to edit materials. So we're just going to spawn in a new model for the AWP. So we could start fresh. We're going to go over to the selections. We're going to select some of the items like the stock and everything, more of the accessory items to do this, and we're going to set the color. After we set the accessory colors, we can see it's a nice dark grayish black color. We're going to select the other part, so mainly the body and maybe the scope body as well. And then this is where we're going to add our material. To get the material, we actually generated an image of just like a doodle sketch. I'm going to pull it up right now, show you what we're going to try to incorporate into the AWP. So we're going to go to the materials and then down to the doodle that we're going to be applying as the material. So it's just kind of some interesting designs and everything else. So we're going to go ahead and add that. And you can go ahead and see it kind of incorporates there. When you're adding material, it's really hard to line it up properly, so sometimes you want to just paint it on directly. But we're going to change it to look like more metallic, and then that is the end product of editing it. It took only about a couple minutes. Next, we're going to go over the painting functions. For this, we're going to change the model. So we're going to go to Deagle. And then to paint it, you're going to need to do a couple things. First, you're going to want to select all the material that you're going to be setting, and you're going to paint. First, you're going to make sure you're in the right mode, and then you're going to need a base color or material on this. So we're just going to choose a random color for now. We'll go like a darkish, and then click OK. It's still kind of black, we see. This is because we actually have the cursor on the right over here, right? So we're going to raise it, and then we'll have our nice blue. Once we have that set up, we're going to go down into the paint tab actually, and you'll see we have paintbrush and that sticker. On the top here, you'll be able to control the color and the radius of the brush and different elements you want to change. This feature is going to be more for those who are using editing on like a pad or a touchscreen, or have a tracer on their computer, because it's kind of hard to paint with a mouse. And here you could see we're just painting on a blue, like a little smiley face, messing around. And the next part, we're going to be using the stencil, which is going to be probably the more popular feature in this plugin. So we're going to set it back. We're going to change the color, and for this, I actually saved in a color, so I'm going to paste it in there, and it's going to be like a turquoisey blue. And then there we are. Now we're going to add the sticker. So adding a sticker, you can make them small, big, however you like, but we're going to actually use it to wrap the whole gun in the way we want. So here we are. You're going to be able to click on it and drag it around with the right click, and then if you want to change the size, you're going to hold shift and then right click on it and drag it. We're just going to position this. This is, I kind of want the tower over here on the right to go up and down the handle with the mountain in the back. This is kind of just going to be like a Japan themed skin. So once we have it lined up properly and have the elements we want in over the part we want painted, we're just going to spend another second lining this up, and then we're going to go to our paintbrush. We want to make sure we're on white so we get the colors in. We'll increase the radius to paint it faster, and then we're just going to drag the cursor around all over it, and then this should be painted on properly. Once we have this, we're actually going to flip it around and do the other side real quick. Let me move it out so you can see what it's. We have our design went straight on there, and then we're going to flip it to the other side and do it again over here. And then just to show you what it would look like when you're adding a smaller sticker, we actually have another one. Let me find it. Oh, it's actually going to be in our materials folder. So we're going to go down here. And we just have a little smiley emoji that we're going to add just to show you how it is. So you're going to right click to move it around, right click shift, and then just resize it, and you can place it anywhere. And then you're just going to paint it on again. I'll drag it out to see what it looks like. And then that's what it's going to look like. And finally, we're going to show you how to export it as a TAG file. So we're going to go back to the weapons panel. You're going to be able to type in your name. So for this, we're just going to type in Deagle. We'll name it Japan. And then we'll go to Export CS Skin. And we will later have a tutorial on how to actually import into the Steam Workshop. And that is pretty much it. Make sure to subscribe and go to cscustomizer.com if you want to download the editing package.